Okay. Let's watch this one. I'm pretty happy for this video. Why Deji is the best boxer on YouTube. Still breakdown from YouTube boxing, I believe. Yeah, YouTube boxing. Yeah, it is what it is. Let's watch it and let's go. Come on.
Deji is the best YouTube boxer, and with good physical preparation, he will defeat Jake Paul without any problem. In this video, we will analyze the technique of the most gifted and at the same time the laziest boxer on YouTube. To prove to you that Deji was born for boxing, we will analyze each of his fights in detail.
Oh, come on.
The first fight, against Jake Paul. From the first movement, it is noticeable that Deji understands boxing. Jake, standing in front of his opponent, hits 2 light jabs and stands still at the same time. Deji throws a jab and immediately displaces. These are the first seconds of the first fight in their life. They are worried and 100% are now working not based on developments in the hall, but simply on instincts.
Yeah, he's good.
And Deji's instincts are like a real boxer. Deji decided to parry Jake's jabs, which Jake immediately noticed and threw a left hook that shocked the Brit. Despite this, Deji did not panic and skillfully recovered. The fighters have already been in the clinch more than once, and Deji has seen over and over that Jake always comes out of the clinch with his hands down. Deji noticed this, and after Paul's attack, he went into the clinch, only to deliver a strike at the exit that broke Jake's nose. At the end of the first round, you can see how Deji felt out Jake's timing. He perfectly timed strikes ahead of time, and with just jabs, he forced the opponent to retreat. The first minute of the second round is Deji's complete dominance: speed, power, timing, and sense of distance. He is better than his opponent in everything. But he made a major mistake that beginners make. Having tasted success, he forgot about his gas tank. Such intense attacks exhausted him. While Deji was taking a breath, Jake was recovering. Because of this, there were no interesting moments until the end of the round. For the next rounds, Paul frankly went out to score points, and Deji sought a second win that he did not find. Because of that, Jake Paul won. But the fact is that technically, the Briton was much better, even more so in terms of damage. He is Paul's only rival who bled him. You might say this is Jake's first fight, but it's also Deji's first fight. And knowing that he barely trained is doubly impressive. Given that the world champions could not inflict so many attacks on Jake, we can confidently say that Deji lost his cardio in this fight. A second fight, against Vinnie Hacker.
This was so
went
bad.
to the second fight with thoughts of knocking out the opponent. After the fight with Paul, he became confident in his strength, timing, and speed. His new weapon is a direct or overhead pendulum exit. This surprise attack works well not only for amateurs, but also for professionals. One of the best bare-knuckle fighters just knocks out all his rivals. Deji continues to attack over and over again after diving, but as soon as he notices that, the opponent himself begins to dive in response to Deji's dives. He tricks into a dive, then throws uppercuts, so it turns out that the opponent dives right into Deji's punch. Until the very end of the round, it is pure domination. Again, an indicator that when he is fresh, the Briton is in all respects better than his opponent. However, unfortunately for Deji, the second round began, and with every second, he showed himself worse. But what's surprising is a clean, powerful hook to the jaw that didn't drop him. However, due to fatigue, he began to lower his arms more and more often. And instead of straight with a resurfacing, now just straight. Because of this, Vinnie was able to block them with a simple block. Unfortunately, as we have seen the man struggle with his cardio and desire to continue, Deji, having missed absolutely nothing in the third round, decides to kneel. Vinnie's attack at the end of the round did not carry a serious threat. Almost all the punches to the block. The referee stopped the fight as he understood that Deji was looking for a way out of the fight. Even though his physical preparation has become worse, it is noticeable that technically he has become better, and he equipped himself with good body work and a powerful dive with an attack. The third fight, against Wasabi. Often, when fighters lose due to fatigue, they go into the next fight with the fear of being tired. One of the most striking examples of this in a fight was Francis Ngannou against Derek Lewis in the UFC. In the fight before that, Francis dominated in the title fight in the first round, but then got tired. Because of that, in the next battle, in the literal sense, he did nothing at all. Fear of fatigue also overtook Deji. He went to the fight with Wasabi with the thought, if I don't get tired, I will win, albeit on points. Even though in the first round Deji almost did not attack, he showed strong progress in the defense. In the second fight, he used the dive to attack. Then, in the third fight, he flailed the opponent so that it seemed Alex would fly out of the ring. In some ways, his work is reminiscent of James Toney, who masterfully worked with the body and owned a very good head movement. Until the end of the fight, Deji did not attack at all and only dodged. It must be admitted that he did it very technically. He read the opponent and did not allow himself to be beaten, even despite the defeat. He showed strong progress in defense. Not a single YouTube boxer has a defense like Deji. It was at this moment that the British coaching staff realized that they had a natural counterstrike on their hands. He can't fly at his opponents because he will get tired, but just dodging won't work either. True, he does not receive damage, but he does not attack to win points. Therefore, Deji must use his defense to attack, which he showed in his next fight. Fourth fight, against Fousey. By the way, if you are a fighter or a YouTube boxer, write to us if you want us to analyze your technique, or the technique of your opponent. This is the first professional fight for both fighters, which means the gloves will be lighter and the rounds will be a minute longer, so this could be an additional problem for Deji's cardio, given that his opponent looks like a CrossFit world champion. From the first second, we see the incredible progress. Deji throws a decoy on the left hook, after which he tightens the opponent's hand and delivers an accurate straight. The left hook trick worked 3 times in a row. Deji noticed that if you push Fousey to the corner, the left hook can be not only a trick, but also a punch. Now the whole combination accurately hits the opponent's head. It is noticeable that the opponent is afraid of the Briton's attacks, because before he has time to strike, Fousey is already running back. What gave Deji confidence is that he now always keeps his front hand in the air. These are not show-off moves, but a good way to measure the distance, to hit from a position where the opponent cannot reach. Hand control also affects the quality of the defense. Deji, as a real boxer, does not rely on the block, but on his head movement and footwork. And thanks to distance control, he always leaves the attack line in time. The rest of the round is real domination from the Brit. However, we've already seen this. So let's look at the second round. In the second 3 minutes, Deji just gets bold, knocking Fousey's jabs off with his wrists to get close and land a straight. And now you see why he can become a real pro boxer. He introduces Fousey to the fact that after the right hook, flies a left straight, but instead of a straight to the head, Deji delivers a powerful punch to the body. The fight is under the complete control of Deji, and most importantly, he is not in a hurry. He fights like a real counter-striker, uses tricks, and invites the opponent to himself. Let's analyze the knockdown, because this is already a classic from Deji. From the second fight, he showed that he has a powerful amplitude left straight. He uses his right hand to make Fousey think of her and defend himself against her. While the opponent is distracted, Deji delivers a signature straight that sends the opponent down. Deji finally wins and does it with confidence. Having analyzed the past fights, it becomes clear that Deji's main rival is technically himself. And in terms of boxing IQ, he was head and shoulders above all his rivals. With good physical preparation, Deji is the best boxer on YouTube, with incredible defense and very complex attacks. What do you think? Who do you want disassembled in the next video?
Wow, what a video. I wasn't even talking, mate. Oh my god, what a video. Bro, I was so entertained. Probably one of the most entertaining videos I've ever seen. Holy shit. Yeah, nice man. Great video. Wow.